Come on. I wish I had my music. Good morning. Y'all hear the birds? Good morning, y'all. When y'all come in here, say good morning. Don't be rude. Don't just stare at a sister. I know what I do need, though. Don't just stare at me, y'all. Good morning. Hold on, y'all. I can't see. Good morning, Miss Kathy. I can see the comments now. It's Friday. I can't play my music because my second phone is broke. Thanks to my daughter. I need to go get some chapstick because my lips is dry, Jesus. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, good morning. Y'all come in and say good morning. I know I'm normally yelling and stuff, but y'all, I'm losing my voice, so I got to be good today. Because I need some type of voice to get through my day. Pastor Oscar, how you doing, bro? I see all y'all. Good morning. I'm finna take a walk. Let's walk and talk about some things. Okay, let's take a walk. So, I guess I'm gonna start with saying that this week has been one hell of a week, okay? It's been one hell of a week. From battles that my personal circle has went through to my own struggles. It's been one of those weeks. I know I'm on live early because I just got an inbox that asked me why I was on live this early. I'm supposed to wait till 8, but y'all, look, early bird get the word. Y'all better learn. Y'all never know when coach is finna come on this thing. Now, as I was saying, so me and my husband started doing stuff a little bit differently, okay? We started switching up the way we move every day on a daily. What do I mean by that? We start waking up. We had to sit down and have a conversation. And I told this to my students that are in my coaching group. I made the comment about this yesterday. And I think a lot of people understood. Hey, good morning, Sean. Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Alexis. I'm trying to get all y'all. But we had a conversation about wanting more in our life, right? Wanting more, being able to do more, being able to see more, go more places, just wanting more. And one of the biggest things that we did get was when you want more, when you want different, you have to move different and you have to do more. You can't want more and do less. You can't have different and be the same. So we started changing our daily routine. And what you guys got to understand that it's okay to change your daily routine. If you're normally used to getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning to get your day started and going to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock, and you're making thousands of dollars, but you're ready to start seeing millions of dollars, start waking up a little bit early so that your mind can move. One thing that I'm learning about me as I'm finding myself, as I'm finding out my inner entrepreneur, as I'm finding out what it feels like to work for myself, I am really learning how to stretch myself personally, mentally, physically, business-wise, doing things that I'm not used to doing, saying things that I'm not used to saying, going places that I'm not used to going, talking to people that I'm normally not comfortable talking to, because when you're trying to go to another level, when you're trying to go higher, whether that's your business, whether that's your friendships, whether that's your personal life, it's going to require you to make some adjustments, because we got to be honest with ourselves. Think about when you work out, right? When you work out for one or two purposes. Either to gain body mass so that you're built and that you're gaining weight, or you're attempting to lose weight. But what do you have to do And why in order to get there, you got to work out. Working out is not comfortable. For some people, it may be comfortable, but some of the exercises that you have to switch up to, because it's easy to do push-ups, right? But if you got to do push-ups with one hand instead of doing them with two now, so that you can gain a little more strength, it becomes difficult, because why? You are trying to get to a different level. So as you're trying to grow in your business, as you're trying to grow in your friendships, your relationships, whatever it is that you're trying to grow in, you got to be comfortable with switching things up. Some of you guys have been doing the exact same routine for 14 and 15 years. Like, they have tried everything and everybody, and it's not working. When do you get to a point where you realize that it's you? You got to start switching things up. You can't do the same thing for 15 years in a world that changes every day. You're still stuck on 1998 ways of life, and we in 2020. You can't do that. You got to be able to switch it up. You got to be comfortable with change. You got to be ready for change. You got to be willing to shift your mindset. Yeah, I'm going up this little hill, so, Lord, Jesus be a fit. I told you, you got to shift. Lord, y'all almost didn't make it, baby. I hope ain't none of my fitness students on here, because, that was rough right there. But you got to shift. I had to get to the top of this. Y'all just seen Coach. I almost died, because that was rough right there. That was rough. That little hill was rough. Okay, so that was funny. You're the only people that know me personally know why that's so funny. Jaquisa. Ooh, Lord Jesus. But for real, y'all, you got to shift the way you're moving. Shift the way you're talking. Shift the way you're going. Shift what you're eating. Listen, you got to understand that when you're trying to you can't get to a millionaire status with a minimum wage work mentality. You can't get to a millionaire status with poverty conversations. You cannot get to millionaire status when you see competition and people that you should be collaborating in. You cannot get to millionaire status doing the same thing that you did 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, hell, a year ago. You can't do that. There's a lot of you guys that keep on going to bed tired, going to bed sleepy, going to bed angry, and you wake up the exact same way because instead of relaxing your mind, you decided that you're going to go to bed mad. And you're wondering why you woke up with an attitude. Why do you think? That's the time that you rest. You got to stop giving so much energy. It's a lot of us. And as I think about just me, it's crazy how things work, man. As I think about me just going up that hill, like, it really was a revelation. And I love how, and for those of you guys that know me know that I love using my Bible, right? I love how God shows you things just in a physical act, right? So I'm walking up this mountain. It wasn't a mountain. I ain't even going to tell that lie. I was walking up this, it felt like one though. I was walking up this hill. And I have not walked up that hill in weeks because I had no intention of exercising, right? Where a few weeks ago, the mountain was easy to walk up, but because it was hard the first time I did it, and it got easy because I started doing it a lot more, I got comfortable and I stopped doing it. So now that I'm coming back around to going in the same direction that I was going before, the walk seems a little bit harder than it was the last time I did it. And that's because I got too comfortable and content in what I was doing. Let me say that again, because some of y'all didn't understand that. See, when I was exercising before and I walked this exact same trail, this exact same walk, the walk was easy because I was doing it consistently. So because it got easy, I stopped doing it because I was comfortable and said, oh, you've mastered this. But now that I've went to take that exact same walk after weeks of not taking that walk, what happened? It was hard again for me to take the walk the same way it was when I did it the first time. What I'm trying to tell you that while you're trying to be a business owner, just because it seems like shit is easy for you, that does not mean that you stop because you feel like you've mastered something. You've never fully 100% mastered anything in a world that changes consistently. You'll never be 100% mastery at anything because the world changes consistently, meaning that you always have an opportunity to learn. There's too many of us that get in business, make a few dollars, and then we too cocky. We won't even speak back to the people that we're asking to buy from us because we're comfortable. You make your few little dollars, and then you forget that you're supposed to keep feeding your brain and feeding your mind so that you can keep elevating. We stay stuck. You'll go down and you'll walk down that same, Talisha, you're going to go and you're going to walk down this same walk that you've been walking for weeks now. But because you got consistent and because you got consistent with thinking that you had it all. Oh, you lost a few inches off of your waist. Okay, cool. So that means now that I ain't got to walk because I already done did what I needed to do. No, ma'am. See, now that you walk up the same mountain, I'm going to quit saying mountain because it wasn't no mountain. Because you walked up the same hill. Now you're tired again. Like the passed out. Y'all almost passed out just then. What I'm saying to you is you got to understand that the walk of the journey doesn't end. It's not going to end. You're frustrated because you're stuck where you are. My money's not going any higher than it is. I'm not getting any more sales than my regulars. People are not looking at my posts. They're not sharing my posts. They're not engaging. Maybe you need to switch things up. You got to understand that in a world that's always revolving, you got to switch it up sometime. You cannot keep doing the same thing. That one thing may have helped you get to where you are. Now you got to tweak it a little bit so that you can elevate a little bit higher. Let me explain. Let me give it to you so that you understand. See, as I was walking up that hill, the first few steps, all I had to do was take a walk. But as the hill got steeper, I had to put my phone on the grass. Y'all seen it. I had to put my phone on the grass and now instead of me walking up the hill, I had to climb a little bit to get up there. What am I saying? That as you are moving to the next level, you got to understand that you may have to change the position in how you're walking. You may have to start this thing out where it was basically a simple walk. And then as you get higher up that hill, you're going to have to take a few more bigger steps so that you can actually make it up there. And then as you keep going higher, guess what happens? You go from walking to crawling. You got to be willing to switch positions so that you can switch where you are in your journey. You can't even go to somebody's house without switching lanes. You can't go to a fair. You can't even go to work without switching lanes. We talked about it before. In order for you to get from your house to my house, there's a couple of different roads that you're going to have to take. You're going to have to take a small neighborhood road to get to the main street. You're going to have to go from the main street, make a left, get on a main road. And then you got to go from that main road to the interstate where it's moving a little bit faster. But as soon as you move fast enough to get to where you're going, you got to slow down a little bit to get off the exit. And then when you get off the exit, you're going back on the main road. And then once you go back on that main road, you're going into a slow and steady neighborhood. What am I saying to you? That as you're growing and as you're going places, sometimes you got to switch it up a little bit. You got to understand that you might have to jump over here and work your life, work your business through here. And then you're going to make that left, and then you're going to go back and slow it back down again while you're coasting and learning and feeding your brain. Stop staying content with where you are. We got enough people that's broke. We don't need no more. You got the potential to be wealthy, but for some reason, you're more content with trying to build wealth than you're content with being in poverty and staying broke than you are with building wealth. That's not where we should be. That's not a place we should be. How dare you say that you owe this next level to yourself, but you're too afraid to actually go out and get it? There's a lot of you guys that are not at the next level, and it's only because you're afraid of what the next level looks like. Let's be honest. I wasn't content with anything that I was doing with my learning, with my growing, because I was okay with where I was. Where you are is not okay because you owe so much more to yourself. You owe so much more to yourself. You owe so much more to your kids. You owe so much more to your family. Don't sit and be okay with being broke. No, that's not what you deserve. Don't be content with friends that aren't supportive. You need to know your worth. Don't be content with unsupportive spouses You need to know your worth. Acknowledge your story. Because as soon as you acknowledge your story and where you were, and you're not afraid to get in front of that story and tell that story. Am I saying that you got to get on Facebook Live and give your testimony? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is you need not to be afraid of where you come from. Because where you came from is a stepping stone to where you're going. You are scared to actually really be this new you in real life because for some reason you're content with people. You're afraid that people are going to keep judging you by who you were. That's why you should get in front of your story, because the very people that you are afraid of promoting your business because of are the people that need to make themselves known so that you can go ahead and remove yourself from that situation. We don't need that type of energy going in 2021. If you got to tell me, listen, for all my people that don't like curse words, I'm going to tell you right now, I will cuss, especially when I get excited. So if you don't like that type of energy in your life, then this ain't the life for you. I refuse for anybody to come in my realm to say, oh, you were a teenage mom, you were hot, oh, you were a hoe. They say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. There is nothing that you can say to me that I haven't already said to myself. There is nothing that you can do to me that I won't already be in front of. You can say what you want to say. You can go where you want to go. You can be who you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you that who you were is what's going to stop you from being who you're about to be. You know how many people talked about Jesus? Y'all better quit playing. You can say what you want to say about me because I already know who I used to be. But if you can't acknowledge who I used to be and say that's what made you who you are, then I don't need that type of energy going in 2021. Keep talking about who I was, but while you're talking about who I was, I need you to watch me become who you wish you could be. I was talking to my daughters yesterday, and we were talking about finding your identity. And one of my daughters, and she's going to be so mad at me for sharing this, but I think it's crazy how a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old can bless adults. Let me tell y'all something. I was talking to my daughters, and we were talking about finding your identity. I don't even know how we got on this conversation, y'all. And one of my daughters said, you know, Ma, I'm really going through this. And this is what I love about my children, because they're very open with me. They're honest with me. Sometimes they say stuff to me that I'm like, can you say that to your mama? You know, I'm a little worried. But we have this code where we say, hey, this is a best friend moment. And what that means is I need you to take your mom hat off for a second and let me talk to you about what I'm dealing with. And if it's something that's going to hurt me, be a mom. But if it's something that you don't want to hear or something, you know, be my friend. Help me fight this battle. And I do it with my mom. It's a ritual that we do. So we say, hey, it's a best friend moment. You got to have those best friends moments. And then your same friends got to be able to be your mama when you're not doing right. So we're talking about a brand idea. She's like, listen, for some reason, I feel like I don't know who I am. And I said, why don't you know who you are? And her response was, because some days this is what I see me as. And then other days, this is what I see me as. And as we're having a conversation, one of the things that she did for me and my mom, my husband, and my mother-in-law, she's very creative. Ooh, let me bless you. She's very creative. So she said, so what she did was, she loves to draw. So she would come to each adult and say, hey, I drew a picture of an animal that I feel represents you. Right? And she gave me my animal and how that animal represented me. Okay. And so I had to turn back and take what I learned from her and use what she loves to find out who she is. Let me help you. So I said, you told me a few weeks ago that you seen me as this type of animal because of these reasons, right? Let's just say this helped her find and start to find who she was. I said, so I need to take what you're good at. I need you to get a piece of paper and I need you to think about what animal represents you. And then I want you, after you draw that animal, I want you to tell me exactly why you feel that animal represents you. And then you'll find who you are. What am I saying to you? If you're running a business, if you have a brand, take that gift and determine who you are. I don't care if you sell lashes. I don't care
I don't care if you sell hair. I don't care if you sell shoes. I don't care if you sell clothes. Hell, I don't care if you sell ass. Whatever you do, take your gift and figure out exactly how you can find out who you are based on what your gift is, because your gift makes room for you. So if you acknowledge what your gift is, allow that gift to make room for you to find out exactly who you are, exactly who you will be. I learned who I was by my gift. My gift was I'm really good at speaking to people. I'm really good at telling my story so that I motivate people to understand that giving up is not something that you should do. So what did I do? I had to find that I stopped being afraid of telling my testimony, and because I seen that it started blessing other people. Who did I find out I was? I found out that T was a life coach, as much as T complained about not being one. I found out that T was a motivator, as much as I felt like I needed motivating. You got to understand that your gift makes room for you. In order for it to make room for you, you got to acknowledge what that gift is. How can a gift make room for you if you don't even know what your gift is? You got purpose. Don't keep pimping it. You got potential. Stop being afraid of it. You have it here. You just scared of it because of the thought of what people are going to think. Are you telling me that you're really not promoting your business because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you? Hold on. Let me back that up, because I don't think you guys are understanding what you're saying. It doesn't make sense. You are not promoting your brand because of what you think, meaning that it could not be reality. It's your perception of what somebody else thinks. May not be their reality, may be their perception. So you're thinking that somebody else is thinking something. You're not psychic. You don't know what they're thinking or what their thoughts are, how they feel about your business until they say it. And if it's not directed to you, it's not respected by you. What? I'm not taking offense to nothing that nobody said directly to me. I'm not taking offense to nothing that nobody did that wasn't directly at me. Unless you step in my presence and say something crazy about my brand, I don't have a reason to be upset. Yeah, you may have told my cousin. Hell, you may have even told my mama. But if you didn't tell me, that means that I know that you got enough respect for me to know not to open your mouth and say anything crazy about my brand to me, because you know that I'm standing behind my brand. You know that I'm standing behind my business. You know that I'm standing behind my name. So you knew not to come to me with it. You came to yourself. You came to my family. You came to my friends. These people are not even coming to you with their problems. They're not even telling you that they don't like your business. They're not even telling you that you copying. They're not even telling you that your products really ain't nothing. They're not even telling you that your colors don't match. They're not even telling you that your social media don't look good. They're not telling you that you're not going to make no sales. So why are you taking offense to nothing that was directly said to you? Can't nobody tell me nothing that I don't already know. And see, because I've been through the mud. See, because I know what it feels like to be homeless. See, because I know what it feels like to try to figure out, am I going to feed my son or am I going to feed me? See, because I know what it feels like to ride the bus back and forth to work. See, because I know what it feels like to rely on men to make me feel good. See, I know what it feels like to rely on sex to take away pains that I had because I was afraid to address it. See, I know what it feels like to have to sleep in my car. See, I know what it feels like to have to rob Peter to pay Paul. See, I know what it feels like to go to a gas station with $3 in my account but fill it up because I know I don't get paid till next week. So there is nothing that you can say or do to me to make me stop hustling, because I know what it feels like to be broke. So now I want to know what it feels like to be rich. See, because I know what it feels like to be depressed. So now I want to know what it feels like to be genuinely happy. See, because I know what it feels like to work for somebody else. So I need to know what it feels like to be able to work for myself. See, because I know what it feels like to be considered to feel like that I'm a bad parent. So I need to know what it feels like to feel like I'm a good parent. See, because I know what it feels like to sit in a closet for 30 days and 30 dang nights like I was nowhere in the ark because I was afraid to reach for my full potential. I know what it feels like to be insecure and not take a bath for 30 days because I felt like that I was my family's upset. So I got a right to know what it feels like to know that I'm what my ancestors have been waiting on. So if anybody has anything to say about my business or my brand, I can't take it personal, nor can I take you serious, because unless you sat in that closet with me when I was hurting, unless you gave me money when I needed money to get to the gas station so that I can go back to work to feed my kid, unless you actually set up long nights and early mornings for my brand, you ain't got nothing to say to me that I can't say to myself. I'm listening to myself first because myself walked this journey with me. You didn't walk this journey with me. I can't take offense to somebody that just seen my business. Call it what you want. But I'm going to call it, I'm well deserving of everything that's coming my way. And you can call me cocky. You can say I'm stuck up. You can say T left the state and now she left her hometown. Now she don't know who she is. I don't care what you say about me. And that's the same way you got to walk every single day that you get up. I don't care what nobody says about my business or my brand, because guess what? I'm the one that walked this thing. I don't care what nobody said about how I raised my kids, because you wasn't there when I had to figure out if I was going to split this burger with my son or if I was going to give him the whole thing. So don't tell me how to raise my kids. OT, you got to stop giving your kids everything they want. Don't tell me how I need to raise my kids when I'm not going to let them hurt like I hurt. OT, you need to make sure that you do this for your husband and you do that for your husband. If you wasn't at long nights praying for that man when he wasn't home, you can't tell me how to love on my husband right now. OT, you need to switch your business up this way, and you need to go this way, and you need to do that. If you didn't invest in my business, and if you didn't invest in my brand, if you wouldn't answer the phone to listen to me tell you about my business ventures, if you wouldn't get on the phone just for 30 seconds to hear me tell you about these new ideas that's running in my head, and I've been up all night talking about them, how dare I take any offense to anything that you didn't directly say to me? You ain't walked this journey with me. Ain't nobody been there when you was hurting. And if they wasn't there when you was hurting, stop allowing them to have so much power over your mind right now. Shift your mindset, shift your money. You got people that you got to understand that misery loves company. So you're giving them the company that they need because you're giving them too much say-so over what you're doing in your life. You have no control over how I move. Because how I'm moving is a benefit to me, not a benefit to you. How I'm running my business is a benefit to me, not a benefit to you. Stop telling me what to do with my business or my brand. If I cannot call you at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm up to tell you about my business ventures, there's only a select few people that I will even listen to when it comes to my business, because they were there when I had all these crazy ideas going through my mind and I didn't know it was going so fast I couldn't even write it on paper. So the only people that I'll take offense to that got anything to say about anything T is doing is the people that was right there when I started. What am I saying to you? You got people right now that's talking about your business. They're talking about your brand. They're talking about what you're not doing. They're talking about what you are doing. They're talking about if you sleep. They're talking about if you awoke. They're talking about if you're posting. They're talking about if you're not posting. They're talking about if you're making money. They're talking about if you're not making money. And for some reason, they don't even know none of this. They're making assumptions, and you're allowing everything that they're saying that you know is not true dictate where you're going in your business. Why? Why? I'm going to tell you right now in this time of my life, I got zero tolerance for non-supporters. I got zero tolerance for leeches. I got zero tolerance for people that are preying on me and not praying for me. I got zero tolerance for people that are only connected for what I can do for them and not what they can do for me. I got zero tolerance for people that only want to be connected to T because the name holds weight. No, you cannot connect yourself to me in this season if you're not willing to go through this storm with me. If you're not willing to walk down the street with me while my storm is going through, do not expect me to be connected to you when my sun is shining. I got zero tolerance for sitting in a house, sitting in a room depressed, and the people that are connected to me don't tell. I got zero tolerance for that. No. If I'm depressed for 30 days and not now one of my friends notice, I got zero tolerance for being connected to you. It ain't nothing. Let me not tell that lie. It is personal. I told y'all quit telling that lie, so let me quit telling that lie too. It is personal. If I'm broke for 45 days and nobody knows, I got no reason to be connected to you because it's personal. Well, they're saying, well, that's not cool, T, because ain't nobody gonna know nothing if you don't open your mouth. No. That ain't no. It ain't petty. It's purpose. I got places that I got to go. I got people that I need to see. I got rooms to step in that people know my name before I introduce myself. Everything that I do is personal. Everything that I do it's intended to help me grow. And I can't keep staying stagnant trying to be connected to people that are half-ass friends. that are half-ass spouses, that are half-ass family members. I don't got time for that. I got time for people that are ready to help me get to the next level. See, because my friend said it the other day, and I loved exactly what she said. She was like, I think it was yesterday. She said, see, when you sit at a table, your issue is you want to go sit at the table and you're not bringing nothing. Your issue is you want people to come sit at your table and you ain't even got you ain't got no feast for us to eat on. I'm trying to be the feast that my connections can feed off of. But I can't do that if I'm pouring out shit I ain't got. I can't give you a feast if I'm pouring out stuff that I don't got. She also stated, when you're connected to the right people, you ain't got to repeat yourself. I'm not going to keep, no. I shouldn't have to tell you that I'm depressed because if we're really supposed to be connected in this season, you feel it. You got zero tolerance for people I don't need no more half-ass friends, baby. I don't need no more half-ass clients, baby. I don't need no more none of that. I need people that's going to give me 100% because I know when I'm coming behind you, I'm coming 120%. So if you can't at least give me 100%, then I ain't got nothing for you because I know the weight that I carry. I know the loyalty that comes behind me. So if I'm going to be this loyal to you, you got a big expectation and loyalty needs to be the same. I don't have time and you shouldn't have time. You don't have time to be connected to people that are not willing to, hold on. I had to sit down, y'all. You can, let me bless somebody because y'all ain't understood nothing that I said this entire life. You need to be connected to people that say your name in a room full of opportunities. But for some reason, right now, you connected to people that won't even say your name in a room full of issues. People sitting there talking about, man, I need my hair done. And your friends know you do hair and exactly what that person that they're connected to is doing. And they won't even say your name. You ain't connected to people that's like, hey, here in a room full of opportunities where people are trying to invest money. Let me tell you about my friend. Let me tell you about my girl. Let me tell you about my dude. They quiet as hell. But you out here speaking and telling their name in a room full of opportunities. You got people that'll sit on your phone for 45 minutes to tell you about what such and such had on at work today, what that person over there doing, who that person over there with. Oh, she with somebody else's boyfriend, but when they sitting in they talk, they on the phone with you every day for 45 minutes a day. Gossiping about somebody else and what somebody else is doing. But when they in a room full of opportunities, they don't even speak about the person who they call every day with bull crap. You got to be connected to people. Let me tell y'all something. The friends that I got, I be getting phone calls to say, hey, such and such referred me to you. Hey, such and such referred to me. Do you know my first overseas client? My first overseas student came from one of my friends mentioning my name in a room full of opportunities. The person didn't even know me. This person didn't even know me. I be in here promoting my friend's business more than I promote my own. If I see somebody asking for something I know one of my friends got, they know their name getting tagged all through that thing. I may even call the person my damn self and be like, hey, let me tell you about my brother. Let me tell you about my sister. She got exactly what you're looking for at 8. I probably should be one of their sales reps because I be selling it like it's my own shit. What am I saying to you? You don't owe nothing to nobody but yourself. If it ain't your kids, if it ain't your wife, you don't owe nobody nothing. Stop explaining yourself so much. That's your problem. You explaining stuff that don't deserve an explanation. If they didn't walk this walk with you, you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. If they didn't cry them tears with you, you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. If you don't got people connected to you, that while they see you, y'all got... let me help somebody. Let me help you real quick. If I'm walking down the street during my storm, and my friends don't run over while they in their car and give me an umbrella, I don't want to be connected to you. What are you what benefit am I getting from being connected to you? Because while I'm walking through this storm, you don't even have the courage to say, T, let me give you an umbrella. I know I may not be able to walk this full journey with you, but what I am going to do, instead of me trying to pull you out of it, because I know on the other end of this storm is your sunshine, let me give you an umbrella and some rain boots so that you can make it through it. What are you connected to? That's why you're tired. That's why you're struggling. That's why you irritated. Because you connected to people that are pulling on you and they're not pushing you to get to another level. You telling people your business ideas that's writing them down and replicating them. You telling people your business ideas that's sitting there like, girl, that's cool. Oh, that's going to be dope. And what you going to do? Okay. And then they taking that same notepad that they wrote all your business ideas and giving it to somebody else. Watch who you connected to. Stop explaining yourself to people that wasn't willing to walk this walk with you. Stop explaining yourself to anybody. Honestly, you don't owe no explanation for why you're trying to grow. Nor do you owe anybody an explanation to why you're trying to build a better you. You don't owe nobody no explanation for why you're trying to get peace within. You don't owe nobody no explanation as to why you're running your business. You don't owe nobody an explanation as to why you're in the relationship you're in. You don't owe nobody an explanation of why you're raising your kids the way you're raising them. You don't owe nobody an explanation of why you are the way you are unless they've walked with you. T, why you doing this? Why are you not minding your business? T, why you say that? Why are you listening if it's not something that you wanted to hear? T, why are you going there? Why are you worried about it if you're not in the car? T, why do you smell like that? Do I smell good? Why are you so close enough that you can smell me? I'm just trying to give it to you real. We got to get to a point that we stop worrying. We stop dictating our lives based on the thought or the perception that we think somebody else is going to have for us. Your next level is not, you're not going to get there moving based on what people tell you to do because they didn't see the vision when you saw it. They didn't see the breakthrough when you saw it. So stop letting people dictate where you're going. I got places that I want to go. Everybody's not going to understand my hustle because nobody walked through my storm. Everybody's not going to understand why I fight so hard because nobody was there while I was fighting, trying to get here. You only stay stuck because you're so used to being broke. You're so used to being busted. You're so used to being disgusted. You're so used to people telling you that you won't. And you're starting to believe that in your thick skull, that exactly what they're saying you're not going to be that you want, when you should be taking that and allowing it to motivate you into what you're about to be. You can't tell me that I'll never be nothing because watch me have to show you what I'm really going to do. And I might even come 10 times harder than I was coming before just to prove you wrong. You can't tell me that I'll never be happy. You can't even tell me I'm ugly on my ugly day, honey, because you know how many years I call myself ugly? Shit. I wish somebody would. Who? Somebody called me. I told my girls yesterday, who? Somebody called me ugly. Who? Who, me? No, I'm cute. Cute as hell. Actually, that what I'm saying to you is people that are preying on you will consider you cocky for your level of growth. Pay attention to that. See, people that are preying on you are going to tell you to pipe it down a little bit. You talk about yourself too much. Pay attention to that. I wouldn't even care if somebody called me cocky. I wouldn't even care if somebody called me ugly. You have a right to your opinion and I got a right to mine. You walk in your truth and I'm going to walk in mine. What am I saying to you? Let them people tell you that your business will never be anything. Allow them to live in their truth while you live in theirs. While you live in yours. And guess what? You bring them over to your truth because you shit on them anyway. Yeah, keep telling me I ain't going to be nothing. Keep telling me I ain't going to never do nothing. Keep telling me I ain't going to touch this million that I said I ain't going to touch. And I'm going to have to bring you over here to my world. I was able to change the way I was going because I started changing what I was doing. I started switching up where I was going. I started switching up who I was talking to. I started switching up my daily routine. Now, instead of me getting up at this hour, I'm going to get up at this hour because I need to feed my brain a little bit before I try to feed the people that are in my tribe. You got to understand that when you want different, you got to do different. When you want to go different places, you got to move different. When you want to get to different levels, you got to start speaking to different people. It's only right. Why y'all think I went live so early? Because I had to tell y'all something, but I only wanted to tell it to the 1%. The people that's up and they ready. And see, it speaks a lot about you because you're up and you're ready. You ready for this next level. You ready for this new money. You ready for this new mind. And you don't care what anybody got to say about your business or your brand. You're going to keep talking your stuff. You're going to keep walking your walk. You're going to keep moving because you know that you fine regardless. Your business going to succeed regardless. You're going to move regardless. We got places to go and people to see. We got money to be made and we can't do that worried about what everybody else think about us. I don't give a damn what you think about me. You know how many inboxes I get a day to say that some of the stuff I said on my lives I shouldn't have never said? And my response is always, I appreciate your feedback, but if what I'm stating is not, if it's not touching you and you're not learning, you have all the right to disconnect yourself with me. You can't tell me what I'm going to say on my lives because I got people that got places that they need to go that need to hear it raw and uncut. Everybody can't handle raw and uncut, and that's okay. Everybody's that's not supposed to be connected to you. You got to get to a point that you stop moving because of what people are saying you should and should not do. Had I changed up the way that I talk to y'all, then y'all wouldn't be getting the real. We got enough people out here faking the funk. We don't got time for all that. The only thing that we got time for is people that are really ready to grow and glow. And we can't do that talking to you like you a baby. You grown. You done had enough baby talk. You need the real. You need the hard. You need the uncut. My friends will tell you, I have zero tolerance for not next leveling. You can ask one of my friends yesterday. I said, so have you started on your business credit? And he finna be like, man, she finna clown me. And when he told me no, I said, we ain't got no time for excuses. We got a new level to get to, and we can't do that bullshit. And the only response I get was, you got it. I'm on it. Why? Because I got to be connected to people that are willing to hear it the way I got to give it. I am not an emotional person to be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know that this is frustrating. No, tell me how you going to create a solution for it. Because us sitting on the phone for 45 minutes crying and talking about where you're not is not going to get you where you want to be. I hear you. I understand you. But how do we get to that next level? Stop crying all the damn time. Get up and make a move. Stop worrying all the time when you can just pray. And if you don't pray, start writing shit down so that you can actually get it done and get to where you need to be. You tired of being broke, but you ain't wrote down nobody budget. You broke because you're choosing to be broke. Your business ain't moving and you ain't planning nothing for your next week. That's why your business is not moving. You gonna keep crying about it, you gonna make a move. And then you crying to people and you're venting on social media. And do you not understand that out of the 100 people that you're talking to, 80% really don't give a damn. And the other 20% are happy that it's happening to you. Stop giving the enemy what he wants by complaining every time shit don't go your way. Shut up and switch it up so that you can get what it is that you really wanted. I've been telling my mom for 3 years now that I was going to retire her. It took me 3 years. This shit didn't come overnight. I've been repairing credit for 5 years. And I just went into full-time entrepreneurship this year. What am I saying to you? That I had to get to a point that I stopped complaining because I wasn't getting what I wanted. And I had to start figuring out why it wasn't going the way I needed it to go. Half of you guys are frustrated and upset, and see, it's going to piss some people off, and I am okay with that. I got people inboxing me right now. The notifications is coming up telling me I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to keep on saying what I need to say because the people that need it are getting it. Faith without works is dead. Plan with the intent to execute on the plan. You writing a whole plan down. You got 47 notebooks of ideas and you ain't even tried to do none of them. You still going around telling everybody that your business ain't going the way you want to and you really just ready to give up. But you don't even know why your business is not successful. If you can't tell me right now why your business is not successful before you give up and there's nothing that you can do to make it successful, then that's not on us. That's on you. We tired of hearing you complain. We tired of hearing you say you're going to give up. Hell, if you're going to give up, just do it. At this point, because you keep talking about it and you're not trying to put no action behind your problem. I got here because I had to figure out what wasn't working. I had to plan and find a way to fix it, and then I had to execute on that plan. Execute on your plan. And stop executing on your complaints. You complain more than you post your business. Dude, I'm telling y'all, I would delete you in a minute. You know how many people inbox me and say, hey, somehow we stopped being friends on social media. And I was like, no, it wasn't a coincidence. I did it. Because I don't need that type of energy. You got to understand that your tribe and your village can't support you if you always complaining. We don't care. Do you not understand that? The only people that's going to care are the people that are supposed to be connected to you and that part of the realm. But for some reason, too many of you guys are using this blue app as your diary. Get a diary. You're trying to promote a business and run a business, but you are venting on Facebook. That's not where you vent. My social media platforms keep people confused because some days they'll inbox me like, T, you all right? Don't let them people get to you. And I'll be like, I'm just talking. No. You need to stop using this blue app as a diary and start using it as a tool to build your business if you got a business. You need to stop always giving your opinion where your opinion doesn't matter. You promoting your business does. Some of y'all been MIA for the longest. This politics stuff come up and you got a whole bunch of stuff to say. Now you got more to say about the politics than you got to say about your business. You done sharing more memes about Trump and Joe Biden and you ain't even sharing nothing about your hair care line. Why? And you wondering why you still broke. You wondering why you still working a 9 to 5. You wondering why you still making somebody else rich. It's because you devote your energy to the wrong things. 2021 is about shifting the energy so that you can really go into this next level. Start shifting what you currently, if your business is not successful right now, start shifting your energy. Start shifting your energy to your business, to your brand, to what it is that you're doing. And stop shifting your energy to negative stuff. You'll share a fight before you share your own business. You share a drama post about baby mamas and baby daddies before you'll post something about your business. You won't even take, this going to piss some people off, and that's my intentions. Because what am I? I'm a coach before I'm a friend, meaning I'm going to make you uncomfortable before I make you feel good. And if you're mad, that means it applied to you. And I'm not talking behind your back. I'm talking to your face. So I need you to hear me, and I need you to understand me clearly. You came to this live for a reason. It's because you knew that there was something that I said, or somebody told you that it was something that I said that could help you get to the next level. So before you get offended about anything that I say, I need you to understand that I'm a coach before I'm a friend. So I don't even give a damn if my students get mad at anything I say. I don't care because it's growing you. It's moving you. It's stretching you. So I say this to say, you as an entrepreneur are mad that your business isn't going anywhere and you keep sharing the same post to 40,000 groups instead of taking the time to at least copy and paste that post and put it on the group. Do you not understand? Just like you don't pay attention to share posts, these other consumers are not going to pay attention to share posts. Can you take just a little bit of time to copy and paste the shit and put it in the group? And then maybe put a few comments at the bottom of your post so that it pulls your post to the top of your group. But no, for some reason, we don't understand that when we sharing our posts in the Facebook groups, they go down to the bottom because they are less likely to be viewed. I'm just trying to teach you something while pissing you off at the same time so that you don't do it again. What am I saying to you? Start putting a little more time and effort into what you're doing. Even if your business is merely a thought right now, the effort of reading and gaining more knowledge and clarity speaks a lot more volume than sitting there saying that you got a business venture and ain't trying to put no work into it. I'm just trying to help somebody. Stop worrying about how many followers you got on Instagram, and make sure that the followers that you do have are followers that actually are going to be ideal clients one day. You following robot accounts and in groups, building your following to 10,000 followers, and you only getting 10 likes on social media. And the 10 people that's liking your posts are coming from hashtags. It's because can't nobody see your post. Do you not understand that? So let me teach you something. Spend a little bit more effort. You go on Google and go screenshot quotes that you've seen and won't even brand them. So you got people on your social media outlets going to the person that created the post originally. It takes 2 seconds to replicate and put that quote and who it's by. And if it ain't got by nobody, then ain't nobody getting quoted. And put your brand stamp on it. It's called effort. Switch what you're doing up a little bit so that you switch your brand a little bit. My students will tell you everything that I'm telling y'all now is the same shit I tell my students, and it has actually made a difference in their business. It has actually made a difference in their personal life. It has actually made a difference in their relationships and their friendships as well. Because they either did one or two things. They stop accepting bullshit. They start being consistent. They start branding themselves. You gotta stop complaining because your business is not where you want it to be, because maybe your business is right there where you need it to be, so that you can learn how to get the mind state to handle. See, because the other day, it was actually, 2 days ago, yesterday I told you guys about the experience where I completely snapped on somebody and I knew that was out of character. So what happened? God had to show me real quick, T, you're not ready for the millions that you keep speaking on because you just cussed out somebody for something that they couldn't control. You're not ready, sis. That's what he had to show me. And I had to get to a point where I understood that maybe my mind state wasn't ready for the millions. Oh, I'm hungry now. Oh, I'm ready now. I bet I won't cuss nobody else out. Because I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this next level for real. This next level for me is really personal. It's really personal. I got things that are lining up for me that all I had to do was shift the way I was thinking just a little bit. Do you not understand that your blessings may start flowing in right when you change your way of thinking? I changed my way of thinking, 72 hours ago. And if you guys knew, oh my gosh, the phone calls that I've had in the last few days, my money even grew within 72 hours. I made more in the last 72 hours than sometimes I used to make in a month. Sometimes than what I used to make in a week. What I'm saying to you is when you shift your way of thinking, you shift the way you're moving. When you shift your mind, you shift your money. When you shift your money, everything shifts. They say money you can't buy happiness, and money is, it's not the happiness or whatever that damn quote is. You're right. You can't buy happiness, but you put a down payment on it. Cause I'm pretty cool with what I can do now that I wasn't able to do back then. It may not be able to buy full-fledged happiness, but it put a down payment on that thing. Because now I can start moving different. I can start getting the things that I rightfully deserved. You hear what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They put a down payment. My happiness on that way now. Hell, I don't care. I mean, I ain't trying to tell y'all what y'all saying is wrong, but I got a little happy when I got a little more money. I ain't saying that, that it definitely changes some things. Y'all can't sit here and say that it don't, because, honey, that new money, you be a whole new woman. Honey, yes, I said woman for my people that ain't from down south. That what we say, okay? It created a whole new woman in me, honey. I know my hair a little messed up, but baby, I feel good. Okay? I feel good because I'm not broke, busted, and disgusted. I got some, you know what I'm saying? I can go out today and go out of town if I want to. It makes you feel good because you can start moving the way you want to move and stop being obligated to move the way people tell you to move. So, woo. Y'all excuse me. I'm not going back down this hill because I feel like I'm a fall. And I don't need none of y'all to see that because y'all got me messed up. I'm going to tell you that right now. It won't happen. We going to go the long way. Okay? See, sometimes you got to go different directions to get where you're going. You got to go different directions. I'm not going down that hill. No, Jesus. No. I'm going the long way. Because we going back to the same place we was at the first time, but we going a different direction. Because, God intended for you to walk these things in new levels. So new levels, new devils. And we going to go with the long devil instead of the one that's a little bit steeper. And I'll be down there like somebody come call the ambulance. Because, let me quit y'all. Y'all know I like to have fun. Y'all know I like to have fun. What am I saying to y'all, though? On this nice FriYAY. Playing with the intent. Okay? Playing with the intent. You have to be at a point that you're willing to put in the work to get to where you're going. You got to be willing to switch things up so that you can get to where it is, so you can get to this new level. You cannot get to this new level doing the same shit that you was doing last year. It don't work that way. You cannot get to this new level trying to market the way you marketed last year. Because your marketing last year got you where you are now. Now up your game a little bit so you can get new money. Start speaking to people that are already sitting in rooms that you want to be in. Start getting up a couple of hours early to get your mind meditated on your day. Start listening to motivational snippets on YouTube every day. Start coming and talking to Coach T every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that you can get a little motivation and a little beating on, because y'all know I like beating y'all up a little bit. Start doing things different so you see different. Start going to different places. There's some of you guys that could be in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and your 60s. It don't matter. And you ain't never been out of your hometown. Why? Why? Antonio, let me tell you something. You can and you will. Because you got power. And I'm telling you, move your mind. Even if you can't. Man, you go and you just see the nature and start looking at it differently than how you saw it before. Start getting in front of your situation and watch how your situation moves for you. Your gift make room for you. Your gift makes room for you. Man, I'm telling you, you got so much power. Just speaking to you, I can call you out. Just speaking to you, bro. You got some power behind your voice. And people need to hear your story. They gonna laugh thinking that shit is funny, but ain't nothing funny about where you finna go. I don't care what nobody say about you. I don't care what nobody do. I'm telling you, it ain't directed to you, because where you going can't nobody. Let me tell you something. Let them keep laughing. You feel me? Let them keep laughing. Because you going places. You hear me? Places. And that's for everybody else, man. That thing says speed limit 25. I think I'm going 25. I'm probably going like 5, but that's cool. But for real, y'all. Because I'm finna get off here and act like I know. That's a big dog. Jeez. See? Y'all see? That was a big dog right there. And he looking over here too, y'all. That lady do not look like she can hold that dog. My Lord, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Okay. That was funny though. But y'all, for real. It's Friday, man. Some of us got paid. Some of us didn't get paid. Some of us, hey, mama, it was a big dog, baby. I'm finna go. He was finna get me. That I ain't finna run. Cause then he going in the house now. Okay, y'all, for real. Yeah, I do not like dogs. No, G. It's Friday. Some of us got paid and ain't got no bills to pay. You better, honey. It's Friday. Some of us broke. It's okay. You still got wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Run what you got. Do it scared. Do it with what you do have, because I'm telling you, a lot of people started small. Quit trying to be a Fortune 500 company and you've only been in business for 30 days. It don't work like that. Okay? So, y'all know I love y'all, right? Y'all know I love y'all. I'm finna get up off this thing and pay attention to these dogs, because I ain't trying to get... I may go live a little bit later today, so make sure y'all notifications is on. Because, honey, I'm probably going to have something to say, because some of y'all going to keep on complaining, and I'm going to have to put you back in your place real quick, okay? So let's go make this money. I'm in Virginia, for whoever asked. I'm in Virginia, and I would love to come to your state. Inbox me. Bye, y'all.